And Shabbat Shalom. So this kind of, I was just thinking about this yesterday, so, bear with me. Right? I was going to get up here and ask, we don't have a big crowd here, but, maybe some people online. And I was going to ask if anybody is familiar with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the book or the movie. Really, the answer to that question, this is an interesting way to put this, as you'll see later. The answer to that question isn't really important because this is all I have prepared. So if nobody knew about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, then it would have gone anyway. So in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you may remember that there was a question asked of this, great supercomputer, Deep Thought, and it was, what is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, right? And after 7.5 million years and generations of people waiting, Deep Thought came back with an answer, acknowledging that it would be hard for these people to accept, and said the answer to that question was 42. So, why am I bringing this up this week? Well, the second half of the double portion this week is about, starts off with the 42 journeys of the children of Israel through the wilderness, right? So 42 is the connection there. So the portion starts off, these are the journeys of the children of Israel who left the land of Egypt. And this is kind of strange to me. Shouldn't, when you talk about a journey, you talk about where you're going, right? You're talking about where you left. I mean, if I'm going on vacation and you say, what's your vacation plan? And I say, I'm leaving Georgia, and then I just full stop, right? That there's probably, so it might not be, I mean, it's probably a needed vacation, but it's a uncharacteristic way to say it, right? Of course, this is not a vacation that we're talking about. This is the journey of the souls of our ancestors. And when you think about this, when they complained, why did you take us in this desert to die here, right? Weren't they questioning the meaning of their lives, right? When they created the golden calf, weren't they asking for some answers about the nature of the universe? And in essence, they left their entire lives, a whole generation of people born into captivity, slavery, bondage, right? And they left their entire way of life into something completely new and to some degree unknown, though to some degrees known, right? But in that situation, how could anyone avoid questioning everything, right? So, back to the Hitchhiker's Guide, right? The computer Deep Thought senses the confusion, recognizes the confusion at this answer, and says, maybe you don't understand the answer because you didn't really understand the question, right? So is this the same? Is the same true for our wanderings in the wilderness, both the wanderings of our ancestors and those of ourselves today, as we wander around this world? The question is the beginning of journey. The answer is the destination. So maybe when the Torah refers to these journeys as their journeys according to their departures, right? Again, it's hinting at the same thing, prompting us to fully understand the question before we decide the answer. So some other little notes that I do just want to add in that are a little more rough here. But it took these 42 journeys, this extra time in the wilderness for our ancestors to, they needed this to fully appreciate the question so that they could come to the answer and actually understand the answer when they got there. And I think to some degree we're all still trying to do that in our lives. Just a couple of things worth mentioning. The Kabbalist Rabbi Isaac Luria through Chaim Vital said that there's a secret hidden in these 42 journeys that each soul must make these 42 journeys or something similar to them, right, hidden in our world. And I think that's just something, do we really need to seek the answer to that so deeply and dig down and know exactly what those 42 journeys are and how they break apart? Or do we need to understand the question, right? Do we need to look at it and say, look back at where we're coming from and kind of just go along with it and follow through? So with that, I will leave you with these thoughts. I don't have the full understanding of the question or the answer to give you, unfortunately, but remember, if you find yourself wandering in the wilderness, never forget to bring a towel. Thank you, guys.
Beautiful.